Hi, this is Tom from Nightingale Games, and we're reviewing some proofs for the game War Room by Larry Harris. So, we've got some, let's just get into focus here. We've got some proofs for the game. Over here we have the two sides of the battle board. There we go. This is the naval side with the Axis on the left and the Allied forces on the right. Here's the back side for the land, and each game will come with two of these. These will be mounted, so these are just some proofs. And then coming over to the morale board, there's two sides as well. There's one side for the global scenario and Eastern Front scenario, and these are the thresholds for each of the nations. And then the back side has thresholds for the Europe and Pacific scenarios, and they have slightly different numbers. And that's the only difference between the two sides. I'll go over a little bit more about the morale board later. Up here we have some proofs of all the bits. The actual size is here. This is the bleed. So these are the stress tokens in denominations of 1 and 3. The 3 are a little larger, so you can tell them apart. These will be double-sided, same on front and back. We have our bomb token and our industry token, which is front and back. These will be hex shaped. And then we have national flag tokens, which will be this side. Again, this is showing the bleed. And they show a flag on the front and they're a blank color on the back. So there's front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back for each of the 7 nations here. The US, Germany, Soviets, Japan, China, British Commonwealth, and Italy. Down here we have some carrier fighter units, front, back, front for the Allied forces, back for the Axis, and some landing tags. Again, Allied forces are bluish, and the Axis are reddish. Well, there's going to be a few more color adjustments. The red is a little dark here. And these are the medals. Front side showing 1 medal, back side showing 1 civilian good. And that's also used on the morale board. Over here we have some of the OMP charts for each of the nations. This is an image of the cover. Again, these are a little dark, so we're going to be lightening these up. You can't even read the text there. It's upside down. Germany. So there's going to be an outer cover with each of the nation's flags. And on each page will look like this, and then on the inside cover there'll be a little notation sheet which describes the unit movement limits. We've got the naval units, the land units, and the air units, and how far they can move. Here's some morale penalty reminders for when you advance through the different zones. And this is just a neutral trade rate, which is for the global scenario only. And then these are the back covers of the OMP charts. So these will be single sheets, 50 pages per booklet. China's missing right now. They didn't send that for some reason. And over here we have some samples of the dice. So this was the first iteration. Let's see if we can get that. It was I didn't quite like how it looked, so we got another version done that was slightly more triangular. But we are still tweaking this. I like the darker one, which has more contrast, but it's still not final. So you can see the different sides. These little nicks are to aid with colorblind. So we have 4 nicks for the red, 3 for the green, 2 for the blue, and 1 for the yellow, and black and white. Those are the different colors, but you can see that there's 4 sides with yellow, 3 with blue, 2 with green, and 1 with red, 1 with black. Let's see if I can find the black, and then 1 with white on the opposite side. Now I'll explain the how the morale board works a little bit. Sorry for the glare. So you can see the thresholds for each nation. We have, again, China, British Commonwealth, Soviet Union, USA, Germany, Italy, and Japan. And when they accumulate enough of these stress tokens to match this, then they'll bump one on the homeland status chart in the center of the global map, the world map. So you can see in the global and Eastern Front scenarios, Eastern Front only involves the Soviets and the Germans. There's 6 and 6. But in the global, it's 5 and 6. And the other difference is Japan, in the Pacific scenario, only has 6, whereas in the global it has 7. And these were tweaked for balance purposes for each of the scenarios. So when units are lost during battle, they'll be placed here per nation, and then during the morale phase, you'll multiply how many are in the stack by this number, and you'll arrive at a total, which will be, then you refer to this list up here, this chart. So if you end up with, say, 37 casualty points, you'll gain 2 stress, which will be added here with tokens. And then here is where you'll place the medals or civilian goods. They're effectively the same thing. Medals you earn through combat, victories, civilian goods you can buy with resources. And these will cancel out your stress. So if the Soviets had 7 stress here and 3 medals, they could cancel 3 of the stress to get 4, and then they wouldn't bump. When they bump, they turn them in and leave the remainder behind. So that's a quick overview and look. We'll still be tweaking a little bit of colors as far as contrast and legibility, but things are moving along production-wise. I'm still waiting on a new version of the world map and the command staves, and we'll be posting more videos as stuff comes in from the manufacturer. Thanks.